I'll just
There you
listen to that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask people some questions to find out what their either goals are or what's bugging them. And here's what I usually hear. And you don't even have to ask questions. You're just asking people, how are things going, right? When they start talking about stuff, you get excited and you bring up isogenics because it's a solution, right? They're not ready to hear it yet. So there's a couple steps that you want to do in between. So what I do is I'm listening for, are they giving me the positive is what they want? I want more money. I want to travel more. I want to have more time freedom. I want more energy. I want to recover better. That's the positive. If I hear the positive of what they want more of, I'm going to ask them, okay, what's the negative? What's holding you back? So I ask, what's holding you back? Why don't you travel more? Why don't you get more energy? Why don't you just take like an energy drink, right? If you want more money, why don't you just go rob a bank, right? Why don't you just go get a job? Why don't you work longer? Why don't you work harder? Why don't you get a different job, right?
Yeah.
So I'm asking questions, and some of them are stupid questions, right? But I can ask them in a a sincere way, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to take an energy drink because I want to do it healthy." Oh, I go, "Oh, you want to do it in a healthy way?" Well, what have you tried that's working? What have you tried that's not working? So you're just gathering more information so that later when you present isogenics, you know exactly how to present it. But more importantly, they know that you know a lot more about their situation, so that this must be really specific for them. Because if they just say, "Yeah, I want more energy," and you go, "Oh, you need to check this out," they're like, "Wow, oh, hold on, that was really quick." Like, you don't really know what I want, right? The other thing is I'm trying to lock them into why it's so important to actually do something about it. Because right now they're just in their head thinking, this is what I want. They don't really know, they haven't really verbalized. Maybe they don't even know because they haven't thought about it. They don't really know why that's important for them. So I'll give you some examples, right? So I'm gonna, if I hear them saying the things they want, I'm gonna ask them what's holding them back. And then now they're talking about the negatives, right? And I want them to bring up the negatives so that I can ask them the question, what are you doing about it? Right? Because I'm going to make some suggestions up front, like if you tried this, if you tried that, then they're going to say, what's holding you back? And then they're going to say, then they're all the negatives. I don't have enough money. My job sucks. They don't pay me enough. Right? I'm exhausted, so I don't have the energy to work longer at work. I don't have the time. Right? They're going to start talking about all the negative things. And if they're the complaining type that talks about all the things that they don't like, I'm too broke, I'm too fat, I'm too exhausted, then I'm going to just go right into, well, what are you doing about it? And I'm just listening, right? Well, what have you tried? Like, you're almost like a therapist, right? And you're just like, or a consultant. You're just like, well, what have you tried? Well, how did that work? Well, hey, did you try some other stuff? And then here's where you can do a little bit of a bridge. Imagine isogenics didn't exist, right? If isogenics didn't exist and you couldn't get somebody to buy isogenics because they can't, could you still help them with some solution? Probably, right? From what you know now about isogenics, if it stopped tomorrow, which I sure hope it doesn't, I'm sure it isn't, but if it did, I could still
it's not going to stop tomorrow because
I could still help people get results, and so can you, right? So you can ask them, well, have you tried protein? Have you tried eating more protein, better quality protein? Have you tried eating organic foods? Have you tried getting minerals into your system? Hey, have you ever tried fasting? It's just an amazing way of helping your body reset cells.
Okay.
And you're going to get information from people about what they're doing. And you could go, well, and then here's a really good, there's two little bridge, or I guess you could call them transition statements, right? One of them is, well, you should do what I do, right? And they're like, okay, what do you do? Now they're asking you for the information. You just set them up in a way to ask you for the information so that when you start talking about isogenics, and if they come back later and go, oh, I'm not interested, well, hey, you asked me for the information. I'm just answering your question, right? The other transition statement could be like, well, I hear what you're looking for and I hear what's holding you back. I think I got a perfect program for you that's going to help you get what you're looking for and overcome the obstacles that are holding you back. Would you like to hear about it? And they're going to say yes, right? Mm-hmm. And then you can fall into the trap of sending them too much information, right? And this is why I put that Team Inspired page together, because I don't want people sending information out to people. I just want them to do something that's really easy for them to duplicate, which is add people to the group, and then direct them to the information that's already on the site, because you don't need Team Inspire to enroll people. You've already enrolled people. You don't need the site. I certainly don't need the Team Inspired site to enroll people, because I can just sit in the phone and talk to them about
Right, Steve. Jesus, right? Big flex there.
You're making me feel small, so I got to flex to get bigger. So I don't need that Team Inspired page because I put all the information in it, right? I'm the one that's yapping away. I can do that like all the time. But here's what they're thinking when they watch that video. Wow, awesome information. That makes sense. I'm going to do this, but then there's no way I could do this and share this with other people, right? But if all they have to do is add people to that page to explain it like I do, because I don't even explain it anymore. I just say, hey, watch this video I did, right? Then they're going to get the information from there. And when they get results later, and I say, hey, would you like to get your food for free? And they go, well, what do I need to do? Well, hey, just tell people about what you found. Oh, I don't like selling. I don't know enough about this. I don't have time to learn it. I go, what are you talking about? I didn't tell you anything. I just added you to the page and you watched some videos that I did and you got the information that you needed there. That's all I want you to do. Here's what people are saying to me. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Well, I can do that. I go, great. Let's set you up. Let's go. So like resist the urge to tell them about Isagenix other than here's what happened to me. Hey, I wasn't interested in doing it first. You know, I was already in great shape, right? I wasn't interested in doing it at first because it was something my mom was doing. Like, why would I do it, right? But then I started watching what she was experiencing and how she was helping other people. And I started to understand that, hey, this is a really high quality program that I want to get into my system. When I used it, I was blown away by how it worked, how quickly it worked, how much more it improved my performance. And then when I looked deeper into this whole company, I realized, okay, there's an amazing opportunity here for people to generate income as they're helping other people. I could get excited about being part of that. That's why I'm sharing this with you now. Are you still interested in getting some information? Like, that's all you ask, right? And if they say yes, you go, great, let me add you to this page, right? I'm going to tag you on some posts if you'd like. They're going to direct you to what I think you're going to be most interested in. And then I'm going to follow up in a day or two to see if you've got any questions. And you're either interested in doing it or not. I would love to do this with you. I'd love to help you get the results, save money in the process and time, and get results quicker doing this than anything else. And here's the other thing that, and I always like to add this in. I go, as you're going through the information, just understand whether you do it or not, there's still a cost, because you're still buying food, and all you're doing with Isagenix is just moving some of that food money into Isagenix, and the cost is what you're doing now is not working. If you continue to do what you're doing now, it's still not going to work. Try Isagenix for a month, and if it doesn't work, you're going to get your money back. But I think it's going to be amazing for you, like it was for me. You should try it out. And that's it. And then you're just going through people, right? And you're just plugging people into that information, and they're either going to get started or not. Now you're going to need to follow. You're going to need to connect with them initially to get them to answer the questions, right? Yeah. And then you're going to have to follow up with them. The one thing I forgot to mention at the front end is when you're asking them those questions, a great question to ask people is, how would it change your life if you were able to do that? If you had all the money that you needed, if you had the time freedom, if you had all the energy, if you were 10, 15 kilograms lighter, if you weren't exhausted all the time, how would that change your life? Like, why is that important to you to achieve that? Because that's why people are going to do Isagenix. They're not doing it because they want to buy shakes, or they want to do cleansing days, or they want to eat healthier, or they want to give up their favorite foods, or do stuff they don't want to do, like fasting days. They'll have to do that in order to get the result, but they're going to do Isagenix because of the benefits that they want. So you got to get them focusing on what those benefits are and why that's so important to them. Once you've done all that, then you can say, hey, let me tell you what happened to me. Then I can, if you're interested still, I can add you to this page, and you can get some information on a system that's helping millions of people around the world get results. And I think it's going to be perfect for you too. Like, that's all kind of we do. And the more you do that with people, the faster you're going to grow your team. And then the other thing to say is 80% of the people you do that with initially aren't going to do it anyways. They might later as they watch you, right? Imagine all your Facebook friends and Instagram friends watching you continue to help people, right? And as much as you can, get before and after pictures with people who are not healthy looking, and then you get them going on the program, and then you get a nice skinny picture with them afterwards where you've helped them move from big to lean. And that's you beside them all the time taking your little selfies, and you just posting that online, right? Or helping people like Aiden, for example, create extra income and congratulating, hey, my buddy Aiden just made $500 over the last few weeks helping other people get healthy. When you start posting those kind of before and after things and those posts, all those people that said no to you are watching and they're going, okay, whatever he's doing to help people is working. It must be that isogenics thing that he told me about. I think I'm still on this Team Inspired page that he added me to. I'm going to look around there some more and see if this is for me. Now they're starting to look for reasons to do it rather than reasons not to do it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think they're different.
I think I'm just rushing into it, and I'm just like, yeah, come on, John. Woo!
Yeah.
I just need to take a bit more time.
So imagine if somebody did that to you, how would you feel? Right? They're super excited. You don't know anything about it. They're like, you got to try this. You got to do it. You're like, whoa, like your mom did that with you, right?
Yeah.
Like, slow down. Like, I got other stuff going on. I don't need to do this.
Yeah. So, like, I've sort of been doing elements of that. Okay. And I know you've said all this stuff to me before. But thank you so much for repeating it for me, being patient with me.
All good.
Just go over it. So there's been elements of what you've been taking. I've been doing it occasionally here and there. And I have been doing the asking question things. And to be honest, I think I just need to stop talking to people.
To start?
Huh? Because like it happens. I had a bit of a struggle this morning with another pyramid guy. I was putting up a post and immediately it was like pyramid scheme, all that, which is fine. I went and spoke to him and realized he has no idea what he's talking about, which is fine. Found out that actually the pain he was having was because his brother got in a pyramid scheme and lost like 20K from it. And I was like, geez, okay, fair enough. Makes sense. Understand. But he was still going off, you're just so stuck in the thing. You're stuck in it. You're stuck in it. You know, the classic people that say pyramid schemes. Anyway, so I've got a person here right now. Okay. I've literally just gone, this is literally what I said. I went, how are we doing, big man? It's good. It was good to see you the other day. He went, I'm good. So tell me what you're doing.
Cool. And so now you're wondering what to say to him.
Yeah. So how would you approach this?
I'd go, wow, that's a great question. There's so many aspects of what we help people with.
Okay. So I've spoken to him before about isogenics. Okay. He does know about a little bit about isogenics. Like I've spoken to him about things. But so that's just a little bit of background. And if in that scenario, would it affect how you say things? Or actually, you know what? You kind of answered what I've said, what I've asked. I'm just going to say,
I would just ask, what is it, if you could change one or two things about your health and or your financial, financial situation, what would they be? Okay, what would be the top 2 or 3 things that you would want to change in terms of your physical or financial health? Like that would be a good way of asking the question to find out what is it that he's specifically looking for. And you could even say, so what are the top 2 or 3 things that you would want to change about your physical and financial health? And why would that be important? Like, how would that change your life to make it worth doing?
You know what? Okay, thank you. Thanks so much.
I'm just recording this, so I'll just send you the recording when we're done too. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start off going. Okay. I'll just go where to start. Where to start? There are so many aspects. So many aspects that come under that question.
Yeah, so many ways we help people, right? And
yeah,
because it's a solutions-based company, so we're always about helping people find solutions.
Yeah.
What is it that you're looking for? Because if somebody's, you don't have to necessarily say this to him, but just for your information, if somebody's super healthy, right? They're getting amazing nutrition into their body, and they don't mind spending that kind of money and the time to do it, and they're not looking for ways to generate extra income because they're wealthy enough and they got enough money and time freedom, isogenics might not be for them.
Mm.
Like if they'd rather cook food than make a shake and get supplements in, and they're already pretty healthy and getting a lot of great nutrition into their body, isogenics isn't going to necessarily make sense for them. Most people, though, aren't like that. Most people are too rushed, they're too stressed out. Part of the reason they're too busy and stressed out is because they're working too hard because they don't have enough money. So they're doing all these things that are ruining their health to try and chase an income or create income and time freedom at the same time. And they don't have either, really. Or maybe they have money, but they don't have the time, right? Or maybe they got lots of time available because they're, they can't work as much, but they're not making enough money to be able to do the things they want to do. And if people say they can't afford isogenics, then it's usually the root of that is the income part of what they do. So I'll just ask people, what is it, what would you like to see change in your life? Like if you could dream, right? Like Eve Bjornson that Justin enrolled. I did this with her, and now she just asks everybody, what are your goals? What's your dream? What's your vision for your life? And what's holding you back from making that possible? She just comes right out and asks people. And when I first told her about that, she said, I can't ask that question. That's very nosy. I go, okay, well, you don't have to ask it, but how are you going to find out what they want so that you can help them? So she thought about it for a minute. She goes, okay, well, I'll try it. And then the next day she messaged me back and she said, okay, so I asked that question and this guy went on for an hour about what his goal and his vision was and all the things that are holding him back. And
even with Eve went on for an hour. That's not that doesn't make sense.
She just was quiet listening to him talk, right?
I can't even imagine.
I can't even imagine.
But Eve's my aunt, just so you know.
Yeah. So she did that. Now she's doing that with everybody. She's just asking, what do you want? What's stopping you? Right? What do you want? What's stopping you? Right? You can make it sound better. What are your goals? What's your vision? What's your dream? What are the stumbling blocks that are holding you back? What do you want? What's stopping you from getting it? Would you like to see a system that's going to help you get there quicker? It's going to help you reach your goals and overcome those things that are holding you back. Because the reason that people are being held back from their goals is what they're doing isn't working. So isogenics works, whether it's the food or the opportunity, right? And we're just looking for the people that get it, and that's only 10 or 20% of the people you connect with. The rest of them, 10 or 20% of those are never going to come into your team. It doesn't matter how perfect this is and how well you do, they are never going to join you, right? The 10 to 20% that come in initially, those are the initial people that are in enough pain right now because what they're doing hasn't been working for long enough and you just happen to catch them at the right time. Or they're the initiators. They're the type of people that are going to do the thing before everybody else anyways, all the time, right? And it's that middle 60% that you're trying to convince over time because 20% of them are never going to do it. So that's that middle 60% that you're trying to get over time, and you're probably only going to get half of them because you don't need the other half. You certainly don't need the 20% of the resistance crew out there that are never going to do it. Don't even waste time on them. Those are the people that I cross off my list pretty quickly because they're just negative Nellies. There's always a problem. They'd rather criticize than construct things, right? They'd rather tell you why things are terrible rather than look for the opportunities and things or try and help people. And I don't know if you ever noticed this, but people who are like that, there's never anything that's good. They're always complaining about something that somebody else.
I spoke to someone like that yesterday. I didn't even speak to her about isogenics. Okay, she just sort of popped up to me, and she was this was her immediate thing, as she went, "I wasn't the one that added you. It was my friend." I went, "Oh, okay, here we go."
Right.
Here we go again. And I literally, this is one of the funniest conversations I had because I just sat back and I had this conversation with her. And every single thing that she came out was negative. Yep. I went, all you Irish nurses around here, like something like that. You're swarming around here. Yep. She went, why are you being so negative? I went, I'm not. I think it was what you're like. And I literally went through her. I went, are you Irish? She went, yeah. I went, are you a nurse? She went, yeah. I went, are most Irish people in Stirling nurses? I went, no, don't worry, you don't need to answer that. Okay, I know. Okay, most of them are. And I went, so what I said, how was it offensive? But it was it wasn't offensive, it was more factual. So why would you get offended? And then she was there like, oh, why are you contradicting me all the time? I'm like,
Yeah.
because you're just being negative.
And the people like that are never successful. Because people who are really successful in life, they want other people to be successful too. The people who are not successful and they're always negative, the reason they're like that is because they want everybody else to get pulled down to their level. Because when you soar and you're doing really well, what that does is make them look at what they're doing, right? Unless they try and pull you down and tell you what you're doing is a pyramid scheme and it's never going to work. What they're doing is trying to make it sound for them like you're never going to do this, it's never going to work, so that they don't have to feel bad about their choice in life.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. It's a self-preservation thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's called cognitive dissonance. They're actually convincing themselves that that what they're doing is the right way, even though it sucks. Right? It's like when you buy something that's awful decision, you're going to convince yourself that it was the right decision, even though it was clearly terrible, to make yourself feel good about that. Because if you made a wrong decision there, what other wrong decisions have you made in your life? Right? It's better to just think that you're right. And even though you're in a bad spot, right? If you think you're right, it's good. I just like, hey, this is not for you. I've told people before, like when I go through the value of isogenics, what's it worth to you to save this many meals and snacks and, move money around from alcohol and candies and, sodas and coffees and things, and time freedom and helping other people and getting the value of the benefits. What's it worth to you? And if they say to me, it's, well, maybe $100. I'm like, whoa, okay, well, this isn't for you because it's going to cost you more than $100. So, we don't have to keep talking unless you want to, explore it more. And I've only had one person say to me, well, I'm not going to save money doing it. I'm already healthy enough. I don't think I need to get any healthier, so I'm not going to have any value there, but I need to make money. So tell me about the income opportunity, because that sounds to me like it's the only reason I'm going to, like, they're telling me why they want to do isogenics because I told them it wasn't for them. Now they're trying to convince me that I need to tell them about the income opportunity. So just look for people that want the solution.
Yeah, I've tried that with a few people. I've literally just gone, I've just been asking this girl how she's doing, how's everything going. I went, look, well, this is exactly what I said. I don't think this would be for you because you seem pretty sussed out and head put straight on, but would I be able to send you some information about what I do? So if you're speaking to anyone that wants solutions to problems Isogenics answers, you can send them over to me.
Perfect.
Literally, that's just what I did. Yeah. I've done that with a few people, to be fair. A couple of people later on today. But yeah, I've literally just been trying to do that and gone, because I'm literally there like, I can see that this is for you. And this is the problem that I have. I see that it's for them, but they don't see it. I'm literally there like, just see it.
There's a few people I've talked to today already in my team, and they're interested in learning more about how to share isogenics. So what I said is, because they're just kind of restarting, right? They've been in my team for a while, and they're just like kind of dabbled about it, but they didn't know about this new page. So I said, here's what I want you to do. Make a list of the people that you think you would want to connect with. I don't care if it's 10 or 1,000. Like, make a list of the people, break it up into 3 groups. So the first.
I did this with Aiden. I did the, you got the business builders, the product users, and the people that aren't interested, right?
Yeah, the people that aren't interested, right?
Yeah.
So you want to talk to the group A first, because you want them coming into your team sooner so that anybody else that comes in can be customers underneath them, right? The second group are your product users. You can connect with them later. But the really cool group, the one I would connect with second, would be the third group of the people that you're going to call them and say, hey, this isn't for you. Like, you're already healthy and you already make lots of money. Just say that, right? Because here's what I would think if somebody said that to me.
Yeah.
I'm always interested in getting healthier, right? And I'm always interested in making more money. What is it that you got? And I might not tell you that I'm interested, but you just told me it's not for me, but who do I know? I'm going to now ask you questions. Okay, so Alex, what is it? Like, hit me with the information. Like, who are you looking for? And what is this system all about? And what does it do for people, so that I know to send you the right person? And as I'm listening for, is this for me or not? Because now I don't have to listen for why it's not for me, because you're not actually trying to get me to do it. So I can listen for why is it for me. And so I might ask you questions like, so how do these shakes work? Why are they so much better than this other stuff? Well, how much does this cost? Well, if somebody was going to go through the program, what would a day look like? When I start getting questions like that, this dude is totally interested in doing this program himself. And then I'll jump in and I'll ask a question. Like, so let's say I'm doing that with you. I go, so Alex, I know you don't need to get any healthier and you make lots of money, but if you were going to do a program like this, what would be the top, 2 or 3 things that you would want to change about your health or financial situation? Like, hey, maybe you make lots of money, but you're bored at work and you're looking for a challenge, you're looking for something else to do. Or maybe you make lots of money, but you're looking for ways to help other people. Because if you decided to try the product and you knew people who would be interested in doing this as well, the company's going to send money to somebody. It might as well be you. And if you could get some health products in that are going to save you time and money over what you're currently doing, maybe supplement all that great stuff that you're doing, because obviously you're doing something good, right? Because, I've seen your photos on Facebook and then you're thinking, well, dude, those are 2 years old. I'm a mess right now. I'm glad you don't know that. And then you might be saying, okay, well, what? I'm interested in trying out that 30-day program. I've enrolled a bunch of people that way. But I go to them to tell them this isn't for them, but who do they know? And then they end up trying the program out because it just makes sense, right? Anyways, that's another way of doing it. But I would talk to the group A first, people that you think would be interested in the product and the business, and then hit them with those questions. Hey, what are your goals? What are your dreams? What's holding you back from making that possible? What are you doing about it? How's that working? If you were going to get those results, how would it change your life? What would that be like? Why is that important to you? Right? To do it in a particularly healthy, way that's, not going to jeopardize your health. And I think I've got a system that it would help you out. Can I tell you about it? And then you just tell your story. And if they're still interested, you add them to that Team Inspired page, and then you go from there. So that's kind of that's the little system.
Awesome. Fantastic. That's great.
Cool.
Okay, so just for the Team Inspired pages, those are the people that said they are looking for information. That's who you want in there, right?
Your team that wants to share Isagenix, so you add people in your team that are sharing Isagenix in there, so they can also add people. And then the prospects that are actually interested, because you need them to know that you're in Isagenix so that they know that's why you're adding them to the group. And you also need them to know that you added them to it so that they can get back to you when they're interested in getting started. So they can go, okay, so I'm ready to get started. Apparently I need your username. Like, how do I get started? Where do I go? And there's a video in the file section that walks them through that, but they still need your username in order to get started. So.
Okay, that's fine. So with most of the people, what I've done is I've gone through that. I haven't added them to any of the group yet, because I don't know why. I just haven't even been thinking about Team Inspired. Thank you. But it will still work out anyway, because I've always finished it off when I'm sending them information. This is how I finish it off. I go, hey, just read it over. Let me know if you're interested. And then we can get you signed up, or if you want some more information, let me know. And then I usually go, if I don't hear with you in the next day, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. So
yep. Yeah, that's kind of the deal. And with the Team Inspired page, here's the background thought that I had when I was putting it together. I'm always trying to get somebody to get me on the phone with them, right? Because if those people aren't getting started, it's like if they're not calling you back and saying, okay, I'm ready to go, right? There's something that's stopping them from doing that. And unless I find out what it is, I can't get them the information they need to say yes or no, right? So unless they haven't told you no, they haven't told you yes, because they haven't done anything. So we always want to do the 3-way call, but nobody wants to get on the phone with me, right? Like nobody wants, like if you said to them, hey, if you have any questions, I'll get my friend Steve on the phone and he'll answer any questions you've got. Here's what they're thinking. Oh, he's the closer. I'm not getting on the phone with him.
Yeah.
So all the information that's in the Team Inspired page is what I would give somebody on that call. Mm-hmm. So now I don't have to do 3-way calls with people unless they're really interested in asking a lot of deeper questions, right? But now this is better for me, and it's actually better for you, because when your team starts doing that as well, all the information that they need is in those videos in that group, so that they're not constantly calling you to do 3-way calls with people that aren't going to get started. Like go through all the information that's in there, get your information about whether you want to do this or not first. And if you decide, okay, you watch the video that answered all the objections and it's still not what you think this is or what you want, and you don't want to do it, then great, don't do it. I just saved myself 20 minutes on not having to do a phone call with somebody that changed their mind and doesn't want to do it, right? But if they go through all that information and they go, oh my gosh, okay, I'm more interested now in doing it, but I still have a few more questions. Hey, can I ask you some questions? And you're like, well, I don't think I'm going to know the answers to those questions, but I can get my friend Steve on the phone. They'll get on the phone with me then because they've got enough information in their head to decide that, yes, this is something I'm really interested in. I just need to clarify a few things. But those initial three-way call type people, I'd rather they just go watch a video, and they're way more likely to go look at that video now because you added them to, or when you do, you've added them to Team Inspired. Now they can also go through all the other information. So even if you just talked about the products, right, but you didn't send them information on the opportunity, they might poke around through some of the videos and see me talking about the comp plan and go, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. That doesn't look that complicated. Okay, I get it now. I understand how this isn't what I thought it was. And if all I'm doing is sharing this with people, and like Alex is doing with me, he's just plugging me into a page. I could do that. If I could make money, I'm going to start asking some questions about that. So they were in there watching information on the comp plan without you even sending it to them now, because it's all there and available for them. So you're not the backlog holding them back from getting information because you haven't sent it to them. Just add them to the page and say, hey, look around. I'll tag you on some things that I think you'll find relevant, but don't just look at what I'm tagging you on. Go look at everything. So.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool.
That's been really, 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 really helpful.
Yeah. Come in.
Whew. I think, oh, wait, I've got to do a few more calls later on. Oh, what's the time? Oh, thank goodness.
I think 7 o'clock your time.
Yes, about 7 o'clock. At 8:30, I'm going to see a mate because he's been dodging me. He's been so terrible. He's like, yeah, I'm going to buy some anti-hydrate from you. And then I'm like, oh, sound. Go to my website. He's like, no, I'm not going to go to your website. I went, why not? He went, because if I go on there, I'll buy like loads of products. I went, okay, I'll send you my website.
Right on. So when are you getting Holly enrolled?
Don't even.
Do that same thing with her, right? Okay, so Holly, here's what I would do with somebody like that. Mm-hmm. I know you're not interested in doing isogenics. I don't know why, because I think this would be perfect for you. Mm-hmm. But I know clearly you're not interested in it. It would help me to know why you don't want to do it. Mm-hmm. If this isn't for you, I don't want you to do it. But why? Like, what's the holdup? Like, what is it about this company or this system that you don't want to do? Like, I'm cool with you not doing it because I'm doing it anyways. But I just want to know, what is it? Like, was it my approach? You don't like me? You don't want to work with me? You looked into the ingredients, and because I don't understand why anybody wouldn't do this, but I care a lot about you, so I want you to be on these products. Like, what's holding you back, right? And then you just shut up and listen and let her talk, right? And she'll tell you what it is. Like, if you ask the right questions, people will always tell you everything you need to know about how to share this with them. And then chances are it's probably going to be something weird. And you can go, okay, well, if it wasn't that, would you be interested in getting started? Because chances are what it is she thinks it is wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Like, she might have an issue with the network marketing component of it, in which case just ask her a question. Well, what's your experience? Maybe it was her brother, right? Or her parents did this. Mm-hmm. Or I've had that kind of conversation with people and they said, you know, my mom was involved in network marketing and we couldn't get together at a family function without her trying to sell everybody on the latest company that she joined. And I just vowed I would never do that to my friends or my family or anybody else that I know. And I go, mm-hmm. Well, if Isogenics was different than that, would you be interested in taking a deeper look?
Okay.
Right? Like, listen to what it is she's saying, and chances are you're going to think, okay, well, this is not the same. So don't just burst out and say, well, it's not like that, right? But just say, if it was different, would you be interested in taking a deeper look? Because I think this is perfect for you. And I just understand how amazing this has been for the people that I know that have gotten on it. And I know you're looking for some of those same solutions, and what you're doing isn't working. And I'm just like, it's so frustrating that I know how much this can help you, but you're not taking that step, right? Because imagine her, and you don't need her to do this for this to work for you, right? But imagine her coming into your team and being able to go off to these events with you guys and have so much, like, she seems like a really fun person. I would imagine she's going to be able to impart a lot of influence over a lot of people out there because, you know, she's an attractive lady. She's going to be able to help a lot of people.
Fantastic in it. She actually did get into another marketing business, you know, Forever Living?
Yep.
Yeah, she got into that, and then, man, yeah, she was just there like, yeah, just wasn't very successful, didn't make much money. And I know what I need to ask. Okay, and I went, how much? That's when I asked, well, how much work did you do for it? You know, were you doing enough work to make enough money for it? You know, did you just give up within a month? And she did. I know this. I think the number one thing she says is money, and I know how to get around that. I can just go, well, what if you did? What if you had enough money? Then they go.
There's a couple that I'm bringing in. There's a couple that I'm bringing in right now, and they're really financially strapped, right? Like they don't have money, right? But they also understand that they can't keep doing what they're doing, so they have to do something differently. So I just said to them, you can come, I would normally try and get you based on what you want, big pack, right? And it's going to cost you between $300 and $600, but you can't afford that, right? So let's just get you on the smallest pack. It's going to be $200. Find 2 people before you even start that are interested in doing this with you. Once you get them, we'll get their orders written out. We've got all their information. You don't have to have a website and even be in the company for them to get started to do this with you. We'll get their orders. Then we'll enroll you. It'll cost you $200, and you're going to get $170 back minimum from the company from their orders. You might, depending on what they get, might get $250 or $450 or $550 back from the company based on what they order. Your order is still $200. So let's get at least what it is you want to spend in orders from people before you pull the trigger and get started. So that way there's zero cost for you to do this. And for somebody like Holly, you could address both concerns and say, well, with Forever Living, you're buying products. And if you don't keep buying products, you're not going to make this, right? You've got to make it work. It's sort of the same thing with Isagenix, but Isagenix is food. You're buying food every single day anyways. So all you're doing is saying, okay, I'm going to take a portion of what I'm spending, because I'm spending it anyways, and putting it into this Isagenix thing, which is going to help me feel better, because if it doesn't within a month, I'm getting my money back. Right? So there's no risk for you, Holly. The risk is all for me, because I'm going to coach you through the program on how to get the benefits from it, and you could still send it back. And you'll have saved, you know, anywhere from 28 to 56 to 68 meals worth of groceries based on whatever pack you decide to get started on. And you're spending that money anyways. And the grocery store that you're spending it in, and the restaurants that you're spending it on, aren't sending you a business opportunity and money each month to say thanks for telling other people about what you're doing. But Isagenix does. This is different than what you've done in the past. So,
Yeah. So. Awesome.
I think it would be great for her to come in.
That last little phrase really got me. The grocery store. You're spending money on them, but they're not giving you any opportunity back. I'm going to use that one.
That's a good one.
If you don't mind, I'm going to plagiarize you.
You can use anything that I say or post. And if you think about it in the basic level, it's like, I just ask people, do you know people who are eating?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did that earlier. That was so funny. I did it to a guy. Where was he? You'll love this. You'll absolutely love what I did. Where is he? Daniel. I messaged him. Because I went, I messaged him ages ago and it was basically like, yeah, that's no problem. I understand you had an interest. Would I be able to, this was I think yesterday. Would I be able to tell you about it in case there's someone you might know that might be struggling and I would also be able to help? He didn't reply. So I messaged him today and went, yeah, and then ... no. He went, none of my mates do the nutrition stuff, man. And then I went, your friends don't eat. How do they live? Tell me. I want their secret.
Right. That's perfect. Any response?
Yeah, he's giving me messages back, but and I was like, yeah, he was like I don't want to spend money on the isogenics thing because I don't want to get. This was his excuse. I guess. So I found out. I went, I don't want to get massive while trying to cut weight for my fight. That's all. I went, and so I literally went, is that what your fear is? That you'll get too big? It's not steroids. Like, yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
People have this feeling that it's either a big weight loss program and they don't want to lose weight, right, or muscle, or they think it's some big performance system where just by taking a shake you're going to pack on pounds.
So this is the problem. Okay, that I have. Okay, is that I'm big. Okay, and people see that and they're like, yeah, you're just gonna get wham from it. It's like, no, I'm not. I've slimmed down. I was fat before.
Well, fortunately for you,
not to be too cocky. You know what I mean? But like,
fortunately for you, you're a good specimen, right? Like people look at you and go, okay, so whatever you're doing is working, and you can use that. But the other thing you can say is, I don't have weight to lose, but a lot of times people get going on isogenics and they've lost weight. Like I've gained weight. I'm probably 25 to 30 pounds heavier now than when I started isogenics.
You fat bastard.
Talking to somebody, because I'm so big, but when I'm talking to somebody about isogenics, they say, well, like, do you think I need to lose weight? I've had people be upset because I'm talking about a weight loss program, and I'm like, I just answer it this way. Do you think I do? Well, they go, well, no. I go, well, I use the products every single day, just the same way you would. I do it for health. I'm talking to you about health. If you want to get all fussy about the weight loss component of it, that's fine. If you want to lose weight, I can help you do that. If you want to gain muscle and put on weight, I can help you do that too. This is a health system first. It's going to bring your body back into balance. And if you're looking for a solution, I can help you. If you're not, just let me know. Right? Like, but I'm not going to not tell you because I'm prejudging what I think you're going to say. So I'm just going to mention it. And you told me you were looking for solutions for health. That's why I brought it up. I didn't talk about weight loss. Like, and this is usually from people who are overweight and they're sensitive about it. So I don't ever walk up to somebody and say, hey, you're too fat. I got a solution for you. That's not cool.
What? I thought you would have loads of success with that.
Never would do that because my nose wouldn't look like this. It would be like over here, like that, right? So what I do is I'll just ask somebody, hey, what are you here for? Like if we're in the gym, I go, like, what's your goal? And I let them tell me they're trying to lose weight, right? Because that's why most people are in the gym. They're trying to lose excess fat, usually over on the cardio section where they're not going to lose fat. Right? You want to lose fat, get your butt over into the weight section and build some muscle and get your metabolism up instead of cranking up your cortisol over on the treadmill machine. So I just ask people, what is it that you're looking for? Again, same thing we talked with Eve about. What's your goals? What's holding you back? I've got a solution. Can I help you?
Okay.
Right?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm doing elements of what you're saying. I just think I need to do a little bit more. Yeah. Okay, like with some people I'm doing that. With some people I think I'm probably forcing myself a little bit too much on them. I need to just take a step back.
So imagine, I totally agree. But imagine the people that you're talking with, there's a certain percentage of them want the solution. And if you connect them with the right information and follow up with them at the right time, they're going to say yes. That's where that Team Inspired page is for, right? So you get into conversation with them. They're still curious about getting information. Tell your story, and then just ask them, are you still interested? They're going to say yes. You go, great. The easiest thing for both of us is for me to just add you to this page called Team Inspired. I'm going to add you to it. I'll message you to say I've added you. You have to go into your notifications to accept the invitation, and then I'll just direct you on where to go for what it is you're looking for. Fair? And they'll say yes. Great. And then you just add them and go through the process. And then that way they can poke around as they want. And again, a lot of people aren't going to do anything. That's cool. But the people that are looking for a solution and ready to go, now they have access to all the information that they need to decide, yes, this is what I want, or I'm not interested right now.
To be fair, I've done well at getting the information. I've got a lot of people to give information. Like I say, like 12 to 16 people out of the 22 that I speak. So I've been getting people information, whether they don't want to do it or not, because I do the system, like you sort of taught me. Whereas if they're interested, send them information. If they're not interested, say, okay, I'll still send you some information because I'm sure there'll be someone that can help.
Yeah.
I had this girl called Paige that said, I messaged her. And I was speaking to her. I don't even know why I even tried to go the business route, because she's so stubborn. She was there like, I want to do social work. I went, well, this is similar to social work. I went, and she's go, oh, criminology and all this, and criminology in prisons. I went, oh, well, maybe you got me there. But like, I was just sitting there like, can I just send you some information? She's like, I'm stubborn. I went, yeah, I don't even know what I expected. I know you're stubborn. I don't even know what I try. But yeah, no, to be fair,
You could ask somebody like that. It's like, yeah, it's awesome. How's that working for you?
Yeah.
Right. It's like, really, that's the
thing. She was messaging me. I just went, hey, how are things going? She's like, yeah, just looking for a job. I went, oh, well, if you want, you can work with me. And she went, no, I don't want to do this. That's fine. Cool, whatever. On to the next one.
Yep. There's people that don't want to help other people, and there's people that do. The people that don't, they're not going to be too jazzed about sharing isogenics.
No, I know that's the thing, but that's the thing is she's doing social work, so you'd think that the values would cross over, wouldn't they? Social work, helping people in criminal and prisons, and helping people with their health. You'd think that sort of general values would follow. But I don't think she's doing it for the right reason. It's calm. She can do whatever she wants.
Yep.
We're here to help who wants to be helped.
Keep doing what you're doing and let people see how you're progressing, and they'll come around eventually if they are the right person. And if not,
it's like,
okay too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find those right people. I just want to find those right people. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. They're out there. They're joining Isogenics every day.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, I haven't even been doing anything, and I've been feeling great. There's this girl called Summer. She was at UIA. She's 18-year-old. Hadn't even started her pack. She went to UIA first event.
Wow.
I mean, you couldn't really think of a better event. She just bought her pack.
Yeah.
And she messaged me yesterday and was like, oh, I don't know how to speak to these people. Like she was something like that. And she was there like, I've just been adding random people. I went, have you spoken to all your Facebook friends? She went, no. I went, speak to them then. She was and she was trying to speak to random people. She was there like, I've just random added. How do I speak to them? I just speak to the people that you've got. And this is the classic thing that we have as young people, is they fear speaking. And it's the same thing that Aiden had. We fear speaking to the ones closest to us because we fear reject, like they're going to say no. And this is the thing that I said to Aiden. I did that, and now he's doing fantastic. He got someone yesterday that said they want to sign up. I'm actually going to follow up with them later and see if they signed up.
Yes.
But yeah, I went, I literally went to him. He was this is the thing. It's crazy how much your mindset really does change. He was going, I've just messaged him, and then, or something like that. I've given him information. He put up a thumb hit thing. Yeah. And I went, okay, just say something. Just say, oh, did you get the information? Are you interested? Something like that. Okay. And then he was there like, oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know whether he did it unintentionally. And I went, you'll never know until you message him. Yeah. You'll never know if he did it unintentionally until you message him. He went, oh, okay, but I just left the gym and, he'll be cleaning up, so I'll message him in a bit. I went, why? If you message him, he'll get the message after he's cleaning. And this is the classic thing that I've been doing all the time, is I've constantly going in my head that, there's all these excuses to stop messaging.
Yeah.
And so he messaged him and got a message back saying, yeah, I'm really interested. And from that, yeah. And then this is the crazy thing that Aiden did last night. He went, I'm gonna message someone else. I went, it's infectious, isn't it? You just message someone, and then you message someone else.
I was just joking. Don't do that.
No, not all of them. Not all. No. So
one a month. One a month.
Then you messaged Nicola, and Nicola's the one that said she wanted to sign up, which was awesome. But anyway, so this girl Summer, and she had the same problem, and she was going. I went, have you spoken to your friend? Have you spoken to your family? Have you spoken to them? She went, no. I went, why? Why not? And she went, well, I'm afraid that they're going to say no. I went, we do not do this business for us. We do this for other people. And this is what I've learned over UA. We do not do this business for us. We do this for other people. And if we are too shy to speak to them, we are not harming ourselves, we're harming them because we're not sharing this opportunity, which I totally agree with. And then she went, "You're right." Okay. And she messaged her friend, and her friend was like, "Yep, let's do it. Let's go for it."
It's awesome.
And like, just to see that, I was just there like, I'm just so happy because she's an 18-year-old who she sees the world, and she's there like, I just don't want to be this 9 to 5. I want something better. And she so wants something better. And she's going to be so successful. She put up a story yesterday. Like, just immediately just went and videoed herself and put up a story. I was like, yes, you've got that. That's the great thing is that and that's the thing that you've been talking about is if you didn't have Isogenics, could you help people? And I have been, and that's a fantastic thing that I've taken away from Isogenics, even if I stop.
You don't suck. You're not going to stop. So I think you're doing great. You're going to be a great leader, and you already are helping so many people. So it's just, you're in that stage right now where you're just building your team to create more volume so that you can find the leaders that want to do this with you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
That's all you have to
now, I know how to help them. Okay, I'm just trying to help myself. I'm great at helping other people. I'm not great at helping myself.
That's the hardest part for sure.
It is the hardest part, isn't it? I'm great at getting people when they're in to get rid of their fear, and that's the thing. As soon as I get them in and they're like, yeah, I'm interested in thing, I'll be like, yes, I know what to do with you. I know how to get you to speak to other people. I just got to get those people. That's what I need. I need those people.
Yep.
But yeah. Thank you so much for helping me out. Thank you so much for just jumping on a call.
Anytime.
You know,
okay,
man. I'm sure I'll message you at some point.
I love it.
There going, oh, Stephen, I need your help. No, I'm kidding. I'm a strong, independent young woman.
You're so funny. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, mister.
See
have a great night. You still have another hour or two before you have to go to bed. So.
An hour or two? I have plenty of time. It's only 7:30. I've got 3 hours. We've got 3 hours to do some stuff.
Much older than you.
I gotta go see Mark. I got follow-up conversations. Got to speak to more people. I'm buzzed. All right. Thank you so much, Stephen.
Take it easy. Have a great night.
See you later.